Hey, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Say hi. We have a special guest with me this evening who literally, as I was just about to hit start live video, decided to wake up and who will be joining me tonight. So I'm not really sure how we're going to do this. But we're going to make it happen anyway. So I hope you or first of all, let me say thank you everyone for tuning in to all of our guest speakers that we've had so far this week. We had Chelsea Hester on Monday to talk about body image and mindset as you prepare for your photo shoot or for your boudoir session. Hey Key, hey Becca, hey Shamika. So yes, Liana, she just woke up. She must have, like, my husband literally just left the house to go to the grocery store to pick up some stuff. And I swear to you, she woke up as soon as he closed the door. So but that's okay because we are here. We're going to talk about posing, and it's going to be fun. Yes, we had Chelsea on Sunday to talk about body image and mindset, and then we had Vanessa Bales yesterday talk about how to style and select your wardrobe, select and style your wardrobe based on your body type. So great information from those ladies already. If you have not watched those, please go back and watch the replay. Again, bear with me tonight. Tonight's been a night, y'all. I'm just gonna, before I get into this posing, let me just tell you, as you can see, I'm wearing my friend Stacy Gardine Smitten Photography. I shot an event for her tonight, and it was a graduation ceremony for the Minority Business Accelerator program. It's a program that I did last year. And unfortunately, the event ended early because there was a man who had a seizure at the event. And so I'm still a little bit shaken by that. That's the first time I've ever been at an event or, in the vicinity of someone who is having a seizure and to be working at that event, knowing, hold on, I'm going to switch up there we go. Knowing that, I don't know, was it me? Was it my flashes going off? I don't know for sure. But, and I know it wasn't my fault what happened, but still just to see that was just kind of unnerving a little bit. And I think, he's okay and everything. So that's good. It was just a little scary, not gonna lie. But tonight we're going to talk about posing. And so the reason this is important for me to share is to let you know also, one, I am not going to leave you hanging. Whenever you come into a session with me and Key, we are definitely going to make sure that you are taken care of. We're going to make sure that you look and feel fabulous. And part of that is in your posing. So as a photographer, my job is to make sure that what I see in my viewfinder and what you feel connect. And that's a really hard job to do. So it takes a little bit of work on your part too. And this is why posing and what I'm going to talk to you tonight and how you can learn some different posing techniques are going to help you. Yes, we always take care of you. So the first thing we want to let you know, and this is kind of ties into what Chelsea was talking about on Sunday, is finding your calm. We need you to, it can be very different for you if you've never done a session before, a boudoir session before, and that is totally okay. What we're going to do is try to get you in your element and find your calm, get you comfortable, whether that's, making sure that you have some snacks on the way, making sure that when you look in the mirror, you like what you see, that so you can mentally relax your mind and so that you can get your body comfortable as well. That may be, and we'll talk about it in the next few points too, is in the music selection that you choose. So there are a lot of things that go into a session, but a lot of it starts with what Chelsea talked about on Sunday, which is in your mindset and which is in how you feel about yourself. So when you're comfortable, you can loosen up, let go a little bit, and your posing is going to be a lot better. So we need to first and foremost help you find your calm. Hey, Q. Hey, Allison. Hey, Holly. Hey, Anna. So that's the first thing. The next thing we want to do is move your body. You may hear me tell you, move your shoulders a little bit, like shimmy it out a little bit, because when you move your body, that just kind of gets you, I'm trying to think of like physics class. So, the term inertia, right? Like your body needs to start moving so that you can stay in that fluid motion, so that you don't look stiff, you don't look like you're tensing up and you're holding all of your anxiety in your body. You're so silly. You're not holding all that anxiety in your body, because that's going to translate in your photo. So if you need to move your body, whether that's stretching, whether that's dancing, whether that's just, turning around, just moving, we want you to get moving. We want you to relax a little bit. And sometimes just moving your body is going to help you do that. Which leads me into my next point, which is number 3, incorporate some music. I always would recommend that you come to the studio with a good playlist of songs. Now, my recommendation is not to play that sexy music. I always recommend play music that makes you feel like you are on top of the world. Play some music that's going to make you feel like you are a boss. So a lot of our female artists like Lizzo, Beyonce, Rihanna, Megan Thee Stallion, they have a lot of their lyrics are about women empowerment, about just empowering themselves and making themselves feel good, about pleasure. So that's the type of music that I would suggest if that's something that, music is always a vibe. So sorry, we gotta entertain while we educate as well. So make sure that whatever artist that you listen to, it doesn't matter who, don't feel like you have to come in and make a playlist for me or Key. This is all about you. I don't care if you listen to opera music. If that's what makes you like chill out and have fun and relax, by all means, like you take over the playlist and play that, because we want to make sure that you look great in your photos. What's the matter? Okay, number 4 is, hold on. 1 minute, we'll be right back. Okay, so you always gotta bribe kids with food. Hopefully this will help her. Okay, so number 4 is actually more on the posing tip, which is create triangles. And so what I mean by that is you never want your body to be like straight up and down. You don't want to look straight sideways. We always want you to create a triangle. So think about that whenever you're posing too. So maybe that means you open up your hips a little bit, and you can't really see me right now. You open up your hips, you put your legs square out, and that creates a triangle between your torso and then your leg as you pointed out. Or you can create a triangle with let me move this down. You can create a triangle with your hand on your hip, something like that. You can create a triangle even by bending over, Liana. You can create a triangle by bending over, and then also like opening up your leg a little bit, sticking one leg out. Goodness gracious, y'all. I wish I could show you this. You can stick a leg out and then bring your foot in. You just always want to think in triangles. And the reason why that looks more flattering is because for whatever reason, creating triangles in your posing, it translates as being more feminine. So when you see guys being photographed and they're trying to go for that super masculine, like burly bro look, they're not going to be doing all that. They're going to be like straight up and down, and they want to seem very like rigid, and that's not what we're going for in our posing. You want to show, you know, your softness. You want to show your curves. You want to show how feminine you are, and the way we do that is through creating triangles and making angles with your body. When that's also with your arms, your legs, and however you want to contort your body, especially if, you know, we put you on the white sheets, and that's, you know, supposed to mimic our bed, and have you create those triangles on the bed as well. So that's the next tip. And then the last and final one is point your toes. So if you're laying down, if we have you laying down and we're getting some shots of you, you want to make sure that you're always pointing your toes. If your feet are like flat like this, they're going to look very clownish. So you always want to point your toes, because again, that's going to look a lot more feminine. It's going to look a lot more flattering. And even when you're standing up, what I will also tell you to do is to stand on your toes. If you're not wearing heels, and that's why it's a good idea to wear heels to your session, is whenever you're standing on your toes, it flexes those calf muscles a little bit, and that looks really sexy on camera too. And it also lifts your butt. That's why, you know, when you do wear heels, that's why it looks so flattering. It also lifts your butt. And I hope I'm not talking too fast, because I know when I get really excited about something and I'm talking about it, I like go 100 miles per hour. But she's enjoying this pouch, so at least that's helping a little bit. Okay, so just to recap what we talked about with posing, the first thing you want to do is find your calm. Want to make sure you're nice and comfortable. Come in, don't come hangry. I think Chelsea was the one who talked about that. And also, as it goes into like your wardrobe, it's not going to make much of a difference if you don't eat, other than the fact that you're just not going to be in a great mood. And we want you to be in a good mood. So eat before you come, but we also have snacks in the studio. But whatever you need to do to be calm. I've had some clients come in the studio with what are those things called? Those, like, they're not wine coolers, but I don't even know what those are called because I've never had one myself. But the drinks, it's in like a really cute can too. Goodness gracious. Key, do you remember what that drink was called that Melissa brought to the studio? I saw it in the grocery store, but I don't remember what the name of it is. If you want to bring something to drink too, that's fine. And I don't recommend you get like smashed before you come to the studio, because that's not going to look very flattering either. But if you just need, you know, something to take the edge off a little bit, feel free to do that as well. Number 2 was move your body. Make sure that, you know, you get moving to loosen up any tension in your body. You silly girl. Loosen up any tension. What are you doing? White Claw. Yes, it's White Claw. I've never had one of those. I see, you know, all the young girls drinking that these days. I never had that before. Yeah, right. Don't you spit that out, girl. Number 3 was incorporate music. Make sure you got a good playlist, something that you can really vibe to, something that makes you feel like you're on top of the world. Number 4 was create your triangles. Create the triangles with your body. She's like, loosen up. Yeah, she is all about this loosening up your body tip. She needs to go to bed. But she likes looking at herself. Oh, you know what? There was one more. Thank you for reminding me, Liana. One thing that you can do that I highly recommend to help you with your posing is to just try it yourself. Like, go in the mirror in the bathroom, or when you're like looking on your phone, taking your selfies and everything, make sure that you try those poses out yourself. I want you to see how you look and how you like, and see if you like the way that you look when you do certain things with your body. It's easier for me as your photographer to see what looks more flattering because I can see you. But if you can't see yourself, and if you've never done any of these poses before to know, oh, I look good when I do this, try it. That's why I always recommend, like, take your selfies. You know your angles better than I do. What I'm going to do is just take a systematic approach, and I'm going to try a few different things to see what I think you naturally fall into. But if there's something that you know, like Latoya, when I do this, when I like pop my hip out and I look over my shoulder, and you know, if you know these things already going in, it's just going to make it a lot more easy for you. It's going to make it a lot easier for me, and we're all just going to really celebrate the fact that you just look amazing. So practice, get in front of that mirror and practice. And then the last one was point your toes. We want to make sure that we keep those angles at all points of our body, including our toes. So make sure that you point them whenever, especially if your legs are in the air. You want to make sure they're pointed. So those are my posing tips. And y'all, a lot of this, when you think about it, if you ever dance, and I know we've had a dancer in the studio, Miss Emily was our dancer. But if you ever dance, if you like to dance, even if it's just at home in front of your own mirror, in front of, you know, not even in front of a mirror, if you just like to dance, just think about like, what do you do when you dance? What feels right when you dance? Because that incorporates almost every single thing that we've talked about tonight. So whether you're like dancing in the mirror, taking selfies in the mirror, that sort of thing, these are all really going to help you when you come to the session and make sure that your posing is on point. Okay. But if not, then don't worry, because we will make sure that we got you in the studio when you come for your session. I always make sure that if there's something that you don't know what I'm talking about, if I ask you to do it, I will do it myself. I will show you the pose and then have you do it. So, you know, you're not going to be the only one in there doing these poses. I'm gonna show you what I want you to do, and then you do it yourself too. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to get this little one back down to sleep. But thank you so much for those of you who were able to join tonight. If you're watching the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay. And just a reminder that the flash sale is still going on up until Friday. Friday is the last day to take part of the flash sale. If you do not know about what I'm talking about, we have a flash sale going on right now. If you book a session with your $99 retainer, if you book a session with a $99 retainer, then you get free admission to the holiday lingerie party that's going to be taking place on December 20th at 8 o'clock at Pink Halo Luxury Hair Boutique. So that means, let me repeat myself, book a session, get a free ticket. So if you wanted, one, to get a ticket to the party, this is your time to do that. But also, two, if you wanted to book a session with us, this is the perfect time to do that, because you get your ticket to the party free. So it's a win-win situation. If you're interested in that, just send me a message and then I can give you more information about that. But other than that, you guys stay tuned. I think tomorrow Key is up and she's going to be giving you some makeup and skin tips. So stay tuned for her. But that's all for me tonight, and I hope you'll have a good one. Bye.